Ah, ihr habt gesperrt wegen Firmenlauf, ne?
Ja, das ist alles zu jetzt.
Alles klar.
Nicht mehr.
Dann drehe ich,
Wir
ne?
haben um halb, seit halb, sind ein paar Minuten zu spät.
Alles klar, okay. The policeman. Road closed due to marathon. small trip along the river Rhine and afterwards river Lahn Valley. How's the quality? I make it again with 30 FPS. So here's the famous Marksburg, World Heritage. You can see it on the mountaintop. Very famous Marks Castle. Guten Appetit! Quality is okay, very good. So there's Marks Castle. Can you see it? If yes, it's a good sign that the quality is good. Die Marksburg. Was gibt es denn zum Frühstück, Fran? Welcome to the stream. So I thought it's such a nice day. I make a small trip along the river Rhine. I just started from home and afterwards along the river Lahn for an hour or so. missed the famous Marx Castle. But you can wind back the video. Father Rhine on the right side. The mighty River Rhine. I hate German roads. There needs to be yellow. I'm used to it. We have yellow only in construction areas. So it used to be very hot the last days. Today it's better. It's not that hot. Because we had plenty of rain over the night. US, everyone would think you are on a 2-lane, one-way road. Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be dangerous. So all the small villages here are wine villages. With a lot of wineries, and here on the other side of the river you can see the vineyards. All vineyards. They are very famous for their Riesling. German stereotype is that Germany is all about beer, but here this region is all about wine. At least they do not drive on the left. Yeah, right. Like in the UK, huh? That's crazy. I've been to the Caribbean some weeks ago, and most of these Caribbean islands used to be British colonies, and yeah, most of them also were driving on the left. there are some islands where they drive on the right side and some Caribbean islands where they drive on the left side. I was in Barbados, they were driving on the left side. And then I was in the Dominican Republic, they were driving on the right, on the correct side, on the right side. Degrees heat wave, Andrew. Yeah, we had that over the last days too. 36, 37, 38, around that. But today it's only 24, so perfect day. In our city is a marathon today. They can be really happy that it cooled down a little bit. Town of Velsen. Very small village. Yeah, Australia's on the left. Japan is on the left, UK for sure, who else? India, Pakistan I think, but Pakistan I'm not sure. Thailand also on the left, okay. Was Thailand a British colony? No. But Japan is also driving on the left, but they never were a British colony. So it's somehow random. Did you know that Sweden changed from left side traffic to the right side traffic in the 1970s? From one day to the other they changed the traffic. I saw a documentary without a transition period. They just changed it from one day to the other. It's crazy, right? Sanctioned Iran, okay, yeah. Right, yeah. Yeah, he's in Thailand since more than a year, right? not follow sanctioned Ivan anymore. Clickbait titles and always eating. Yeah, more and more people are starting with this crazy clickbait titles everywhere. I think that when they lose viewers, they try to get more with using clickbaits. We should sanction him by not viewing. I sometimes watch him. I like him still. So how's the stream quality? I'm just using 30 FPS because with 60 the stream is always buffering. Give me some feedback. Turns out to be good. Crazy Russian Sergey, I texted with him. I was texting with Sergey already today. I told him that I will do a stream, maybe he's joining. Let's see. Quality okay, perfect. Andrew, you are watching on the phone? Is your Chromebook finally dead? So this stretch here of the River Rhine is UNESCO World Heritage due to all the castles. And you see there is a tourist cruise ship boat on the right side. Don't know if you can see it. But here this stretch of the river is very, very full of American tourists. Many American tourists, also in my hometown, Koblenz. But mostly elderly people, retired people, let's say. Yeah, Dima seemed to be a nice guy, but I think he became a Z patriot. Probably he thought then it's better to stop doing YouTube. I don't know. That was at least my feeling. I thought he stopped YouTube to not get into trouble or something. But I'm not sure. One day he told something like this. But I cannot exactly remember what he was telling. But he also had a girlfriend. Maybe the girlfriend didn't like that he's doing so much on YouTube. I don't know. When he was single, he was very active. When he had the girlfriend, he barely went online. But I miss him too, yeah. Correct. Viewers, welcome to the stream. Please like the stream. That would be really cool for my tiny channel. I need to grow the channel a little bit. My next big step is 500 subscribers. That's my dream already since 2 years or so. So don't miss to subscribe. So stream, it's freezing, yeah. It's an area where I think I had no good internet connection, but it should get better now. Oskar, wer soll sich das stundenlang angucken? Du bist zu nichts verpflichtet, aber lass mal ein Like da. Sergi. Bitrate at the moment 1150. But I'm driving in tiny villages here, so the internet might not be the best. Best is to buy a modern modem with SIM and share Wi-Fi. Yeah, I also thought about this. There are many tutorials. You know, there are some people who do this, how is it called? IRL streaming, in real life streaming. So, and they use a small modem with multiple SIM cards to cover more than just one network. Yeah, maybe I have to think about that. Can you tell again the bitrate? Yeah, it's 2550 right now, but it's changing. I think the maximum bitrate I put was 4000 or something. Is it better now or still very bad? Sergi, what do you use as bitrate? Multiple SIM card, I think expensive, at least to start with the ones. Yeah, it's expensive, that's true. And you need several contracts of different providers. Yeah? I don't want that. So there is a very old medieval castle on the top of the hill. Let's check if there's a road up to it, but I don't think so. Not for cars. Quality is good. Perfect. Very good, very good. Or how do you say in Russian? Хорошо, хорошо. So here's a ferry somewhere. So this stretch of the river has no bridges. So you can see there is a car ferry right in front of us. This car ferry is constantly changing the sides. Cebis. Yeah, this stretch of the Rhine is under UNESCO World Heritage, so they are not allowed to build bridges. So there is a bridge, there is a stretch of 70 kilometers without any bridge. That's the reason you have in every village, you have this car ferries. But they are not free of charge. I think they cost €3 or something. The others are tourist boats, river cruise ships. Sergey, in Russia you have them too on the Volga River, right? I'm actually not allowed to drive here. Are you drinking on people's sidewalk? Driving, yes I do. The babushka is already giving strange looks. Yeah, it's a sidewalk actually. So you see in the front these are old vineyards, they are no longer in use. But you can see from the stones, they were actually already built by the Romans about 2000 years ago. So it's a very old cultural area for wine and all that stuff. The Romans brought the wine here. Are you driving on the sidewalk? Yeah! Very well recognized, my friend. I'm turning you in for reward. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually a bus stop here. I hope that the traffic light is still working for normal cars, because the bus drivers, they usually have a kind of remote control to put the traffic lights from red to green. German making crazy road moves. Unheardable. Yeah. Unbelievable. Totally against the rules. Yeah, I think this traffic light will never get green here because it's for the ferry. Let me ask the guy behind me. Moin, wird die Ampel irgendwann mal grün oder das ist für die Fähre, gell? Das ist jetzt hier nur für die Fähre, gell? Ja, ja, ich will eigentlich gar nicht auf die Fähre. Wohin willst du? Fahr ich wieder zurück auf die B42. Ja, da kannst du so hinfahren. Fahr ich einfach mal durch, gell? Ja, ja. Alles klar. Warum hat Frank aufgehört, mich zu beobachten? Ja, crazy. So, this traffic light I'm currently standing here is actually for the ferry. So, but I don't want to go on the ferry. So I continue driving. You have not seen that I crossed on red. You have seen nothing. So another crazy road move. He's the German version of Johnny Somali. Who's that? I hope he's a good guy. Very polite and trivial annoyances. What does that mean? Use easy language for me. the left side we have a railway. And this is the Lorelei, how do you call it? The Lorelei Rock. It's also actually quite famous. Some old Germanic sagas are around it. Is a crazy American live streamer in Korea. I've never seen a streamer from Korea. He might get years in prison harvesting, okay? Cabbages. For kimchi oder what? Kimchi. So this internet should be better now. I was behind a big how do you call it? Big rock. So is the video back? Transmission seems to be very bad here. That's the good German internet. Not. So that's actually quite interesting. They built the castle on a small island in the middle of the river. It used to be a toll post in the medieval times. Whenever the ships were coming, they charged toll. That's why they built the castle in the middle of the river. So this is again a ferry road here. So for all the car enthusiasts, here on the left side you see some really cool old American cars. Wow. So some nice American cars incoming on the right now. Let's go inside there. Dodge Monaco, was it? I think there is a kind of historic car event going on here or something like this. Nice cars. Have you seen there were 4 of them? But wasn't it also a Dodge Challenger? An old one, or Dodge Charger? Yeah, about 1970. Does Germany use salt on roads in winter? Yes, it does. But not everywhere. By the way, Frank, to your question, if the Rhine is flooding, yes, usually every year. Sometimes twice a year. That is why you can buy very cheap, how do you call it? Very cheap housing here, directly on the river bank. It's a nice view, yeah, but it's always very bad when it's flooding. Yeah, sorry guys, the phone was overheating, so it should work now again. The phone was overheating, so that's why it stopped recording, but it should work again. Give me feedback. It should work now. Check, check. Is it working again? Yes, AC is on. I have to cool down the phone a little bit. So here you have some nice cannons from the Napoleon War. This is also a monument from the war of 1870 to 71. I think that was Napoleon War, right? Those who are good in history, help me, please. So I'm driving some little countryside roads now. I hope the connection stays stable. We will We'll see. Yeah, the AC sound might be a little bit annoying now, but I have to cool down the phone a little bit, otherwise the stream will get killed again. So, is the stream working? Give me a feedback, please. Stream okay, very good. So we are driving up a very steep hill now. Working now, very good. So this guy is waiting for me. Driving in the first gear. It's super steep. I think you cannot see it on the screen. Say this is 20% inclination at least. Driving up the mountains now. The so-called Taunus. moment it's not steep anymore, but it was steep when I was driving out of the village. But I think you can also not really see that on the video. So, I'm curious if the internet will still be available behind the next curve, because this is a very... Connection froze as he said that, yeah. But it should be back now. I'm on the mountain now. Very high up the mountain now. In winter you would have snow here probably. It's Murphy's Law, exactly. So here we have some tiny mountain villages. I guess there will be no internet anymore, but we will see. Surprise, surprise. Welcome to the cornfields. So, have you seen in the river valley that they grow the wine, and here on the mountain they grow the corn? How do you call it? Corn? No, not corn. Wheat. Grain, yes, Frank, Weizen in German, Weizen. So this is a small village here, typical German village of that region. And you see the roofs are all made out of, how do you call it in English? Frank, help me. Schiefer architecture here. And every village has a church. How else should it be? Here the people have their farms. You see here on the right side, it's an old farm. Village here. komme ich denn hier am besten an die Lahn? Am besten zur Lahn runter. Zur Lahn runter müsste ich.
Zur Lahn?
Ja genau, mein Navi klappt irgendwie nicht.
Zur Lahn? Da sind Sie hier ganz falsch.
Ja, also muss ich dann wahrscheinlich unten über Rheintal fahren, gell?
Und wo wollen Sie denn da hin?
Bitte?
Wo wollen Sie
Richtung Bad Ems.
denn? Richtung Bad Ems?
Ja.
Hier sagen, wo können Sie hin? Weil hier Sackgasse.
Ach, das ist Sackgasse, ja, alles klar.
Wir fahren jetzt wieder hier raus.
Ich fahr mal hoch zur Hauptstraße, frag ich da mal.
Nee.
Ne? Ach, Weisel rüber. Und dann Nassstetten, ne? Richtung Nassstetten ist das, ne?
Also erstmal hier wieder raus nach Weisel, von Weisel Richtung Nassstetten.
Ja.
Dann fahren Sie durch Richtung Nassstetten in den Bogen. Ne?
Ja, das ist ja ausgeschildert bestimmt. Ne?
Hier sind Sie doch da.
Alles klar, danke. Tschö. Tschö. Schönes Wochenende. So I asked the villagers for a route to the Lahn Valley because I cannot see the I cannot use my GPS now. So let me get out of the village. Internet connection is so bad. But I asked some locals for the shortest way to the Lahn Valley. Shouldn't GPS always work, etc. Yes, it works, but when I switch to Google Maps or something, then the stream is stopping. When I switch between the apps, you know. Next time I bring two phones. One for navigation and one for streaming. let's get out of here. Here in the US, most young people more to the large cities. Yeah, okay. Yeah, same here, I think. So the connection should be back. I promise it will not be long, because next tiny villages are arriving. The sky is beautiful. Yeah, I also like the sky when you have this mix of white and grey clouds. So we are arriving now in the next village. Remember what I say, the stream will freeze in a second. Village life, the people are cutting their hedges. Let me enjoy the smell. Here you see on the right side Schiefer, and the people here usually they don't do the Schiefer only on the roof but also on the house itself. It's kind of weather protection. We are still having storms and tornadoes everywhere, Frank is saying. Okay. Really? Is the tornado season starting now, or is it not a seasonal thing? Frank, what's the English word for Schiefer? Sergey said in Russian it's also Schiefer. You see this tiles the people here have on the houses. This is natural, yeah, Schiefer. It's a weather protection. clay tiles. Yep, exactly. Yeah, not just in Italy. I think it's all in everywhere in this medieval Mediterranean. Also in southern France, you see that, or in Spain. So now we are entering a forest. Pray that the internet stays. Ach, stay. Slate. Slate, okay. Slate. Oh yeah. So you see, I learned a new word. Here the roofs are made of slate, and some houses are covered in slate. And it's all handmade, yeah? It's not made by machines. It's a handcraft job. Asphalt tiles, or they use more natural building stuff. Guys, I know you have a very nice view. You could see, look, miles and miles. So the next village. Pray that the internet stays. Oh, here's a sign. The village is currently celebrating its 750 years anniversary. 750 years, that's quite old. But you see the houses, I think most of them are still from that time. Here, this house on the left side, it's also Schiefer. They even made some art into it. I don't like it, this grey color, but it's a matter of taste. lives in these villages and where do they work? Yeah, it's a good question. So, you know, I don't think that the people have to drive for longer than half an hour to go to the next bigger city actually. Many people are also are working from home, some IT stuff. Or they work in the village as whatever, as carpenters, gardeners, plumbers, whatever. Oh, I see. But looks nice, these small villages, yeah. That's right. In which Landkreis isn't das? Rhine. So crazy Russian Thatcher. I actually also will go to Bad Ems. That will be one of the next towns. And this is a town where the Russian Tsars used to be spending their summer holiday. The Russian Tsar family, they came there every summer and spent there some weeks. Because the Russian Tsars used to go there, they also have a Russian Orthodox church in the town. I think we will see it in about 20 minutes or so. Man, can you stop maybe and show the forest a little? Maybe some mushrooms there. Some rooms! Yeah, maybe I stop in the next forest, just for you. And then we go together and collect some mushrooms. Then I will eat them and sing some nice songs for you. A Russian church in Bad Ems. Yes, there is. So the Russian Tsar family, as I said, they came to Bad Ems every year for their summer vacation. So they built a Russian Orthodox church there just for the Tsars. They also have a hotel there which is called Russischer Hof. Yeah. So but Sergey, the mushroom season has not yet started. Sergey, you as a Russian, you should know that the mushroom season starts in October. It's too dry now. I've been to Bad Ems last year. I think you were also in the stream, right? That was last year. So we are now in the town of Nassstetten, for those who are interested. I think I've never been here. Connection is really shitty. I hope it's better now. There's a blue bull in this town. Maybe you can ask. It's near museum. Okay. Is it? Where? Here in Nassstetten or in Bad Ems? Let's check it out. I will ask the people for the blue bull. If it's not correct, yeah, I will kill you when I see you. If I play myself. Let's find the blue bull. Here, please do some fact check, Frank. Please do some fact checks. I cannot Google by myself at the moment if here is a blue bull somewhere. So the city is very famous for its honey, I think. At least they have a honeybee in their city web. How do you call it? City flag. City flag? I'm protected by Mossad. Don't mess up with Mossad. Probably not a good idea. Ah, museum. Here's the museum. I saw a sign. Here's a museum sign. So I see a blue Dixie toilet already. Well, I think this is not what you meant. here it says Museum. Museum and House of Culture. Wow, it's super up on the hill. Crazy Russian Saji. It costs so much expensive German fuel. You cannot make this with me. German fuel is so expensive. So, here it says Museum. Let's check. Oh, I see it! I see it! There it is. There it is. Hey. We found the blue bull. So make some screenshots. That's the blue bull. For what reason they have it here? Oh, they have very nice and interesting, how do you call it, old tools. Old farming tools and so such stuff. Nice. House of Culture or something. But not the communist one, yeah? The capitalist one. So, what's next? You see, I have to do that all without GPS, yeah? So here we have school and a small bee house. So we go to Bad Ems now. I think this is just a couple of minutes away. The town where the Russian Tsars used to stay. Then I can show you the Russian Orthodox Church and all that. But the fuel was always expensive. I think it had nothing to do with Nord Stream. And Nord Stream was not fuel, right? Not oil. Sergi, how did you know that there is a blue bull? Have you been here? There is a popular cinema on the left side. Okay. At the moment on my left side there is a Arabian barber shop. Maybe it used to be a cinema. And now it's a barber shop. Benzin in eine Gallone ist 3,47 Liter oder so. Ja, könnte hinkommen. I think it's about €1.80 per liter or something. Has a KGB transmitter in its Ah, okay. Sergey, I thought you're working for Mossad now. How do you know about this KGB transmitter? So we are going now to the town of Milen. Mr. KGB, Mr. Mossad, tell us what we find there. Don't say Red Bull. This is what you get in every gas station. Milen. how's the streaming quality, by the way? Give me a feedback sometimes, please. But I think I will go next time always with 30 FPS. I think it's the best option. Entschuldigung, Richtung Bad Ems. Bad Ems. Alles klar. Okay, danke. It feels so 1990s asking people for the way without using GPS. Hills here. Uh-oh, the weather is getting bad. Maybe you can witness a thunderstorm. Never know what to expect when you come over the next hill. Exactly, I thought the same, right? Could be a forest, could be a village. Motorbike behind me. I wanted to let him pass, but he doesn't want to do it. I don't know. he's coming. Frank, exactly that is what happens. So exactly where we are here now is where the old so-called limes was, the border between the Roman and the Germanic Empire around 2000 years ago, because this road is called the Limesstraße, the Limes Way, Limes Route. Maybe we are now in Rome, or we are in the Germanic area. I don't know. But I think they also have a Limes Tower here somewhere, a reconstructed one. So fuel prices Germany, €1.65. That's not bad. So, internet should be back. Yeah, it's lagging all the time. As Frank said, you never know what's behind the next hill. He was exactly right. 5% steep inclination. So I guess it's getting a very curvy road now. Oh yeah. Beware of rock slides. Okay, okay. So because it's going so steep down the hill, they have a so-called emergency lane here for the trucks. You see, when the brakes of a truck is overheating, they can go here on the right side. That's a special emergency stop for trucks. Yeah, Frank, I bet you have. So you see the castle there on the top of the hill. We remember last year when I made a stream, we tried to go there. We were up on this castle. You remember this super tiny road where I had to drive backwards because it was a one-way. No, how do you call it? A dead end road. Yeah, Frank, you were also the stream. I think Andrew too. We do that another time, but not today. So we are now in the Lahn Valley. Valley of the river Lahn. Heading toward Ems. quite sure we will get some rain soon. The clouds are getting darker and darker. So we crossed the Lahn River. The smell is very good here. The smell of nature. The water, the trees. The exhaust pipe of my car. It's not diesel exhaust, exactly. But it sounds crazy, but I actually like the smell of exhaust. Especially from planes when I'm on the airport. You know, sometimes on airports you have to get out of the plane on the field itself. Yeah, it sounds weird, but it's true. So is Sergey still in the chat? I can show him then the Russian church. Here, but it doesn't list me. Let's kerosene at the airport. Kerosene become a passing now the medieval city gates. So this area is actually quite famous for campers. I have a lot of campers here. With their tents or their, how do you call it, mobile trailers. What's the English word for that? Sergey left the chat. Okay. So the people who are coming ahead, they all have their headlights on. So I guess it starts raining behind the next hill. Quite sure about that. RV recreational oh god, I cannot say that word. Recreational vehicle, yeah, maybe yes, yeah. You know these trailers where you can sleep inside, you have a kitchen inside. German we call it Wohnwagen. That means literally translated living wagon. Wohnwagen, living wagon. Poop inside, exactly. I didn't want to say that. So let's see. We are now in Bad Ems. Here in Bad Ems they also have a very big casino. Actually very famous for its casino. You can win a lot of money or lose a lot of money. I think the latter is more sure. The big ones, motorhomes, they are about $1,000. Yeah, so more and more people are actually buying this big American motorhomes here. I would never do that because the streets are just not made for them. $400,000 or more, yeah, crazy. My brother also has such a big one. Not for $400,000, but it's quite huge. So that is a casino here. Not sure if this road here is open. No, it's closed. They are basically custom made. Ah, okay. Yeah, the people, they customize the interior, right? So I don't know how it is in the US, but here in Germany it's actually mandatory to stop on a zebra crossing. If you don't do that and the police catches you, you will get fined. It's not in every country like this. Same in US, okay. I thought in US it's just that the zebra crossing usually also have a, what do you call it? This crosswalk traffic light. Unless there's a pedestrian signal. Ah yeah, okay. Yeah, you see, I know there was something about that. So for those interested, on the left side we have the Russian church coming up. Russian Orthodox Church. It looks a little bit like the one on the Kremlin, but not as colorful. Fountain in the river, and here on the left you see the church. You see with this gold roof, onion style roof. Last 15 years or so they have added a lot more zebra crossings with no lights. Ah, okay. Yeah, but in the US you barely have pedestrians, right? Most people are driving in their cars. That's at least what I thought when I was visiting US. I went from the hotel to the McDonald's on foot. Yeah, I was walking for about 2 or 3 kilometers. And a lot of people were stopped by and said, "Do you have a problem? Do you have, what's going on? Why are you walking?" And I was like, what? I want to go to the McDonald's. They all looked as if I would be crazy guy. He's walking to the McDonald's? Is he sick? That's quite common here. So when you have a pedestrian crossing where you have to press for the signal to come, that is also usually having this beep signal for the blind people. Yeah. But this is here common since, I don't know, when I was a small kid, that was already here since, I don't know, a long time. So, German Aldi. Aldi Süd, which means Aldi South. We have Aldi Süd, Aldi South and Aldi North. I think in US you have the Aldi South brand, right? The orange one. Or do you have the blue one? The blue is North, Aldi North. Okay, then it's Aldi North. Okay. Yeah, here we have the Aldi South branch. You know, Aldi has, there are actually two brothers, the Aldi brothers. Albrecht is their name. Aldi means Albrecht discount. Yeah, that's where the word Aldi is coming from. And the Albrecht brothers, they split up. One founded the Blue Aldi, which is Aldi North, and one founded the orange one. But they have the same products. It's actually no difference. Aldi brothers break up. Yeah. Ah, over tobacco. Yes, you're exactly right. That's also what I heard. One wanted to sell tobacco and alcohol, but the other said no. Yeah. Exactly. Not many people know that. Wow. Hands up. Andrew. Don't forget to like the stream, by the way. There are a lot of Aldi around Chicago. Yeah, I've been to Chicago 2 years ago with my dad when we went to the Milwaukee Harley-Davidson plant for their 120th anniversary event. And there I saw that there were many Aldis. Yeah. 'Frank is saying there's only one Aldi close to me and it's 60 miles round trip. Oh, that's not really worth to go there. Except you make the complete trunk full of stuff. Andrew, have a good day. Yes, thanks for joining in. It's always nice to have you in the stream. Have a nice weekend. Maybe I do another stream tomorrow or on Sunday, but not sure yet. Under 20 miles road trip to your doctor, wow. But special doctor, huh? Oh, a car is coming. it seems there is no rain coming. Looked like this. That's a crazy rail crossing here. When it's red, you stand here for a long time. Regular clinic, okay. So for this skin treatment, ne? Houston is 200 miles round trip, okay. Are you planning to visit Alex again? Is he still living in Houston? Too busy with his education, okay, and work. What is he working at the moment? Not planning to visit, okay. He's no longer doing this regular streams where he's watching videos and stuff, right? Last time when I went into one of his streams, he was reading a book in Russian language or something. I couldn't follow, so I went out of the stream. But there were only one guy in the stream. Community college, okay. Community college. Ist das wie hier Volkshochschule in Germany? Public school for adults. Does like one or 2 streams a month, okay. He only does like, also, okay, I saw that already. So, heading back to Koblenz. Oh, we streamed for nearly 3 hours now. Crazy. but it was a nice ride, right? For the public, ja. Das ist wie Volkshochschule, okay. Guckst du denn immer noch hier vom, wie heißt er nochmal, Konstantin, die Streams? Ist noch immer am Start. Der streamt ja noch täglich, ne? Ich bin nicht jeden Abend da, aber ab und zu mal. City of Lahn, where the river Lahn meets river Rhine. In Lahn. This is Lahn Castle, on the left side. Burg Lahn. Schaust du die noch, okay. Ja. Ja, ich finde das immer ganz spannend, was der da alles so erzählt. Der macht sich immer viel Mühe. Ich glaube, der ist den ganzen Tag am Recherchieren. Verdient ja auch mit seinem YouTube-Kanal kein Geld mehr, ne? Ich glaube, der wurde ja demonetarisiert. Aber ich glaube, der hat genug Patreons. He speaks so slowly that I watch it later twice. Das ist gut. Aber du wirst lachen. Wenn der seinen Stream rausbringt, ist meistens so, wenn ich abends im Bett liege und schlafe und ich höre dem seine Streams manchmal zum Einschlafen und ich schlafe dabei wirklich manchmal ein. Aber der hat so eine ruhige, entspannte Stimme irgendwie. Am Ende betet er ja immer, damit ich meistens schon eingeschlafen. Nicht, weil das langweilig ist oder so, sondern ja, weil er halt so, ja, wie du schon sagst, so eine langsame, weiche Stimme hat. Ja, Roman gucke ich auch immer. Da gucke ich immer regelmäßig die Videos. Übrigens hier dieser Pilot Me oder wie der heißt, wo du mir auf Telegram geschickt hast, die kannte ich schon. Den habe ich auch abonniert. Also ich habe gesehen, dass ich den abonniert hatte. Ich habe irgendein Video von dem mal geguckt. Aber so regelmäßig gucke ich den jetzt auch nicht. Was ich auch regelmäßig gucke, ist dieser russische YouTuber, dieser, wie heißt der nochmal? Du weißt, wen ich meine. Der hat doch früher auch mal so Videos gemacht mit so Train-Hopping und so Train-Surfing. weil er ja nicht mehr macht auf YouTube. Weil er irgendwie Ärger bekommen hat. Wie heißt der nochmal? Habt ihr noch auf Patreon? Ah, bin ich doof? Ich komme gerade nicht auf den Namen. Der ist, glaube ich, momentan auch irgendwie in der Türkei oder so. Der war irgendwie lange in Serbien. Hey, bin ich doof. Fällt gerade der Name nicht mehr ein. Vagabond, genau. Der Vagabond. Der ist gut. Ich glaube, den guckst du auch. Ich meine, ich hätte dich da mal in den Kommentaren gesehen. Oder du mich gesehen oder so. Ich glaube, da haben wir mal geschrieben. Konstantin does not like a vagabond, okay. Warum? Hat er gesagt, warum? Der ist doch eigentlich ganz cool. Der scheint ja auch mit dem Regime nicht so zufrieden zu sein, sonst würde er ja nicht im Ausland sein. Ist ja auch gar nicht politisch oder so. Ich finde, der hat immer cool Content. Wo der in Kaliningrad war, hier ehemals Königsberg. Die Folge, die müsste auch für dich interessant sein, aber hast du bestimmt schon gesehen. Aber ich glaube, das Video geht 2 Stunden. Da war der in Kaliningrad und hat, also nicht nur in der Stadt, auch in den ganzen umliegenden Dörfern und hat so die ehemaligen deutschen Spuren so alle mal gezeigt und so eine kleine Dokumentation gemacht darüber. Das Video fand ich super. Ja, Boyd and Bankrupt finde ich auch total unspannend. Dem sein Content mag ich auch irgendwie nicht mehr so. Früher war immer cool, wo der da in Russland und in diesen ehemaligen Sowjetrepubliken unterwegs war, fand ich schon auch ganz spannend. Aber weißt du, die ganzen YouTuber, die so sein Stil sind, ne? Die machen alle irgendwie immer den gleichen Content. Die fahren immer an die gleichen Orte. Was jetzt der letzte Trend ist, die fahren alle hier an diese chinesisch-nordkoreanische Grenze da. Das siehst du mittlerweile auch fast bei jedem YouTuber. Vagabond talks so negative about the US when he was living in the US. Ah, hat er da mal gewohnt, okay. Ja, vielleicht hat er negative Erfahrungen gemacht, ne? Aber warum spricht er negativ darüber? Hat er schon mal... Der spricht übrigens auch Deutsch, ne? Also Vagabond spricht auch Deutsch. Ich habe mal ein Video gesehen, da war der, glaube ich, in Bosnien. Da hat er sich... oder war es in Serbien oder so? Ja, irgendwo auf dem Balkan. Da hat er sich mit so einem Einheimischen auf Deutsch unterhalten. Also Vagabond. So Frank, ich werde jetzt einkaufen gehen. werde ich den Stream jetzt gleich in ein paar Minuten mal beenden. Wir sind ja jetzt auch schon fast bei 3 Stunden. War sehr cool, dass du da warst. Wie immer. Immer interessante Gesprächsthemen. Und dann wünsche ich dir auf jeden Fall ein schönes Wochenende, falls man sich nicht mehr sieht. Wie gesagt, vielleicht mache ich morgen oder übermorgen auch nochmal einen Stream. Genau. Aber dann kriegst du ja sehr wahrscheinlich eine Push-Nachricht, ne? Weil du die Glocke gedrückt hast. Okido. Jo, dann mach's gut, ne? Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.